Alrighty, I had to redo this because I have my friend the deer and a couple fawns that she's watching for friends, and so I was interrupted. Okay, Saturday, happy September 1st, Labor Day weekend. And if you're in other country and you don't have a Labor Day, what Labor Day is a chance for people to like travel far and wide and be goofy. I actually had what I refer to as the clown car. 3 clown cars last night. Had a lot of sunsetters, and one of the groups was a caravan of 3 cars. Well, actually, a small sedan, another sedan, and a minivan, and they had 24 people packed inside of them. It was truly like a clown car. There was another fellow that showed up, and just kind of discuss this a little bit. Basically, like a white light filter. It just cuts down the amount of sunlight that can pass through it so you don't burn a hole through your head like a frickin' laser beam. And you can study sunspots. And this would be an example. This just showing the umbra and penumbra of the sunspots. It's about all I can see. I cannot see this stuff through this telescope because I do not have a hydrogen alpha filter. I do not have a dedicated solar telescope. But I was talking to this fellow that came in. Never bothered to walk because we were just chatting the whole time about various people. And he knows, has met some of the who's who type of people that live in this area. And a few of them have foundations. That's what they do. They're philanthropists. He was like, well, what would it take? Because the telescope was out. He saw my rig. It was before sunset. And I study sunspots on a daily basis, or lack thereof. We're currently in a period where there aren't any. What would you need to be able to show people a scene like this? This is not NASA CGI, by the way, for you flat earthers out there. This was taken by an amateur with a 4-inch telescope with an HA filter. Said, well, the base model for a Meade SolarMax PST, personal solar telescope, it's about $600. He's going, well, you know, if I'm going to talk to these people about getting a grant process started, you know, because school groups, people will be able to actually see firsthand features of the sun, like prominences and flares and curtains and stuff like that. Granular surface of the sun. Just give me a step up. $600 is kind of measly, you know, for a grant of this magnitude. I said, well, okay, how about a SolarMax 2? About $2,000 plus add another $500 for the mount, because they don't come with the equatorial mounts, and you need to have a really stable one. Okay, so he took my information, so it's very possible I might not only be able to study sunspots, or lack thereof, but actually do some photography and allow people to see solar flares and prominences and all these other filaments and all these other cool things. And so that is good. That is a good thing that came out of last night's chat. I have to. I apologize beforehand, but I have to. I saw a video made by a guy, and it was trolling. It was trolling flat earthers because obviously, and I say that obviously because I have the ability to study sunspots, and I do that on a very regular basis. I know he's trolling flat earthers because if this person had a telescope with and I believe it was a mylar filter, not a glass, just by the quality of light in the sun, and a camera, that his video saying, NASA lies to you, sunspots prove that the sun is a disk. Time-lapse throughout the day showing this. Sunspots actually, you know, this person knows that that's a bunch of hooey. Anyone that has the ability to look at the sun knows that's hooey. So if you believe that, the joke's on you. Second part was, in the case of something like this, showing, this is a curtain. It's like a long line of solar flares. Claiming that's NASA CGI. Well, people, NASA's not the only group of people out there that images the sun in this way. Anyone with a SolarMax or a Lunt or a Daystar can see this too. You can see this. You just have to drop at least $600 and you'll be looking at the sun like this. You know, it's just silly. That's enough of the flat earthing. Okay, next subject. Devil Went Down to Georgia, my mystery song. I just did the beginning. I'm working on it. I've got the structure there. I just have to play it enough so it's all just muscle memory and not thinking about what I'm doing. The main part though, the break, Johnny's break, you know, Devil Went, or Fire in a Mountain, Run Boy Run, Devil's in the House of the Rising Sun. I'm impressing you with my singing. Chicken in the bread pan, pecking out dough. What is the other one? Granny, does your dog bite? No child, no. Well, Charlie Daniels, amazing song, but I believe it could be improved. How, you may ask? Well, Fire in the Mountain, Run Boy Run. I shall incorporate Fire in the Mountain, the actual song, into it. Devil in the House and the Rising Sun. I don't know how to work that because it's actually, connected with the House of the Rising Sun. So how can I turn it into a fiddle tune? Or else just change the meter, Fire in the Mountain, and then da 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 da. Next two are easy. Chicken in the bread pan, pecking out dough. Do I do the fast part of a chicken song like Idy Red or Cackling Hen or something like that, or just do the chicken sounds? Up in the air. We shall see. Granny, does your dog bite? No child, no. That's a fiddle standard. It's an old fiddle tune. And then do the break. That would be cool, I think. Next up, I don't know. That's about it. Just have to make it through today and tomorrow. I've got a volunteer coming in who will be assigned the task of bringing a wheelbarrow and a rake down to the beach and raking up all the algae that washed up in the storm. Because as it stands now, our public beach section is kind of icky, and our protected area beach is very beautiful. And so I'm going to have him rake all that algae off to make our beach a little nicer so people won't be tempted to creep into the no people zone. What else? That's about it. That is about it. Have a good one. Happy September 1st. Thank you for watching. That's all.